Here come the Warriors, led out by Michael Luck in their heritage round strip, so they don't have to wear the black here. They were fearful it was going to be in the 30s, but it's a mild afternoon, and there is Brett Seymour. Plenty of pressure on him this afternoon. Of course, with Greg Bird, was a former teammate at Cronulla, and they have some very good young players in their lineup, and they've made a late change here, the Warriors. Russell Packer was supposed to start the game, and Jesse Royal is out there in jumper number 16. Could find themselves in a little bit of trouble in round one here, the Warriors. Here come the Titans. Greg Bird making his debut as Scott Prince leads the Titans out in front of a reasonable crowd here at Skilled Park on a wet afternoon. There is Preston Campbell, what a player he has been. Last time he was out on this field, it was for the Indigenous All-Stars. Today it's for the Gold Coast Titans, and there's another man on debut today.
We keep talking about Greg Bird, but this is the man. This is their key signing before Bird came along. Joseph Tomain from the Melbourne Storm system. So coming out of that team, you know he's going to have some pretty good habits, particularly in defence. But he gives a lot to their attack, Joseph Tomain, and he'll be hoping to get some pretty good service from that man there, Greg Bird, and of course his halfback Scott Prince. But yeah, a talent on the flank. Just getting confirmation that the Warriors had named Jesse Royal on the bench and Russell Packer to start, so there'll be a bit of drama for them before the season kicked off. Matt Chikin and Chris James, our referees, we're all set for NRL Sunday. And there is the man that will be in control from the start, and he signals time on. The Warriors will defend at the southern or New South Wales end of Skilled Park, and the Titans defending the northern or Brisbane end. And Minicello is the man with the first hit up of the game. Tackle 10 out from his own line. This is Gordon.
Dominant tackle.
Early defence here from the Warriors, making it hard for the Titans through Bailey to get up towards the 30. So three tackles and they've only gone 25 metres. Just easy stuff to control the football. As LaFranchi is now tackled. 30 out from his own line. Now Prince kicking from inside the 40, looking for space. Ohio's back there, gets an awkward bounce initially, but in the end it's very nice for him. Would have been tempting there for Scott Prince to throw the ball through the hands. Manu Vadavai was very deep, the winger for the Warriors, and there was some space on the edge, but that was their game plan. Get to a kick, and a good kick it was.
Stand now. Stay. Go.
Here is Manu for his first hit up of the season. Takes some bringing to ground too. Brad Myers around the legs. Quick play the ball. Jeremiah out of acting half and Minicello over the top. Well, they're gaining easy metres here, the Warriors, in their first set. Straight up the middle of the ruck. Here's Luck. Now to Jesse Royal. Upended there by LaFranchi. Last tackle they've got to the 40-metre line. They go here to Seymour. Under pressure from Bailey. Gets his kick away. Preston Campbell's back there. Gets an awkward bounce and finds Kevin Gordon. Both sides swapping the first set. That's a great pickup from Preston Campbell. The first ball kicked really in anger of the year that he's had to collect, and didn't hesitate at all. I would have thought about using the feet there. Got an awkward bounce, but straight on it.
Here it is. Marcus square.
Ends it off to his winger. Just makes everything look so easy and relaxed and comfortable. Preston Campbell wearing the number 1 this afternoon. As the Titans now find themselves through Minicello, 30 out from their own line. Here's Bailey. Another hit up for him, about 8 metres short of the halfway line. Titans end of the field. Harrison, Myers, Prince. Now behind Preston Campbell, and he picks it up. Tomain was there as well. Preston now finds Tomain. He puts the foot down. Can't get away from the tackle there of Rapira. Last here for the Titans. They're on the halfway line. Here's Prince now under pressure. Got hit there, I think, pretty high by James Maloney. That was awful. The referee said play on. Well, I think we might be hearing more about this. Preston Campbell with Scotty Prince. No touch charges come on. The referee has said play on. And he actually is hurt. When I thought for a second there he might have stayed down and just to milk it, but no, he is. He's copped one high, whether it's around the chest or not, but he's not in a great way, Scott Prince. I thought it was a bit higher than that. He's up to his feet now, Scotty Prince, but he's not in a great shape. He's groggy. You'd be running at him on this short side, but no, they've gone the other way, the Warriors. Well, the referee straight away said play on. Here's James Maloney, the man who was involved. Well, we're not in a great position, so maybe we got a wrong angle, but geez, it didn't look good to me. Look, if you're genuinely making a tackle, it's fine. I'm not sure if he was, or if he
put his shoulder into him, and that's the issue that referees have had. They don't want you to attack the legs or to come in late unless you're actually in the act of making a tackle on the player.
I thought he made contact with the jaw. That's what I was concerned about. I thought it was, the timing was fine. I didn't have an issue with the timing. I thought that was okay. But I thought there was contact with the forearm and the jaw, the shoulder.
Well, see, look, if Scott Prince runs that, that's not how he's going to tackle him, is it? No. He's going to try to go lower.
I think he's made contact with the head as Minicello's made a mistake, but they get a penalty. And he's made contact with the head. That should have been a penalty, but we'll play on, and now they've got one anyway. Scotty Prince seemed to have recovered. He's about to go and pick the ball up. We may hear more about that during the week. They were lucky here, the Titans, because Minicello's dropped it cold.
I think he's just got the skipper, Michael Luck, offside, jumped the gun a little bit. And it's just so hard to tell whether he actually clipped him on the chin or not. But he's recovered now, Scott Prince.
Here's Myers, up towards the 30. Tackle just shy of that mark. I think Paul was the call, but Richard King is playing advantage most probably as Harrison plays it shy of the 20-metre line. Friend out of acting half. Here's Prince to the line. Bailey wrap around, passes the ball over the shoulder straight into the hands of Brent Tate. They had numbers on the outside if Preston Campbell could have got it, but it was a floating pass that was never near the marker's lock. Picks up some metres.
Just lost his composure there a little bit, Luke Bailey. I'd like to have that one again. He would have held on, but yeah, right, there were numbers outside. He just wanted to get the ball out there as quick as he could. Didn't hit the mark.
This is Madaleno.
The metres up the middle aren't too hard for either side, but particularly the Warriors, a few times they've had it. They've a bit of clever ball playing around that area, and they seem to be going forward easily.
Last tackle here for the Warriors. Jeremiah out of back the half, and Preston Campbell's back there to take it 5 out from his own line before linking with Kevin Gordon. So all the kicking at the moment going down to that left-hand corner, and a great run there from Gordon. And luckily Rapira was there to make the tackle. Sloppy defence there from the Warriors.
David Mead was supporting the opposite winger who came. You don't see it enough. He came in to try to link up.
There's a mistake. Brad Myers, the pass was down near his knees, but I think he would have expected to catch that one. Last time they got a penalty when they dropped it through Minicello. Wasn't a great pass, but this time they're not as lucky.
Back-to-back mistakes, and I know a lot of coaches talk about, you know, not doubling up when you make an error. They had the Luke Bailey pass that went astray the last set, and then on the third tackle this time, the next set, they've made another blue, so see a trainer on the field pretty soon revving him up, I reckon.
Here's Rapati. Now Manu Vadavai. Maloney. Cross field, linking with Royal into a bit of space. Had no one in support though, had an opportunity there. The Warriors went begging. O'Hire, Tate, up quickly was Gordon. Rogers makes the tackle as well. They're 25 away here, the Warriors. Madaleno, now Tate. Back to Locke, Madaleno stands, O'Hire, Luck over his shoulder. Kicked ahead by Maloney, kicked ahead again. Here's a chance for the Warriors. Brown can't get there when he wanted to. He finally got there, but just a fraction late as the ball went away from him. Maloney, crossfield for Manu Vadavai, who stole out of the hands of Tomaine, and the Warriors score first, and it is the beast, Manu Vadavai, who gets the first try of the afternoon, and the Warriors lead by 4.
The bloke that couldn't catch a footy a few years ago, did everything else, but now he's worked so hard on this part of his game. He's a great option. Manu Vadavai with some good soccer skills in the lead up to this play. They love it through the hands here. There's a mistake over the shoulder, but ruled to have gone backwards. Here they come, kicking through. Just can't quite get hold of it there, Lewis Brown. Just ends up having to dive on it. The little cross-field kick, I thought the ball through the hands might have been the better option, but that was absolutely the right one. Vadavai on the charge, very hard to stop, and he's virtually given a free jump at the footy.
Well, and they're given the footy for free as well. The Warriors, mistakes from the Titans, then the ball did hit the ground as well, and no one was there to dive on it for the Titans. Lewis Brown got there. The pass went over the shoulder of Michael Luck. The Warriors reacted first, and there's plenty of Kiwi support here this afternoon. They're very happy with the start. Here's Brett Seymour. 18 metres out. He struck it pretty well and adds the extra 2, so a good start here for the Warriors. They lead by 6 points to 0. As we say, a very good afternoon down on the touchline to Scott Sadler.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Well, it's going to be an area that the Warriors are going to go to. The size of Manu Vadavai, that man there, over a much smaller David Mead on this left-hand side. Good kick there from Malone up for Manu Vadavai. Now, what has been impressive for the New Zealand Warriors, the impressive part has been their pass selection. A couple of times they've been promoting the ball, but they've held that back, and their discipline in that area has always brought them undone in years gone by. If they can maintain that rage, they could come up with a shock victory here today.
Rapira playing it just shy of the 20-metre line. Terrific return of the football by Rapira, and Jeremiah picking up some easy metres. They're up to the 30-metre line.
You've got to agree with, there's a penalty to the Warriors. That'll another little piggyback for them. You've got to agree with what Scotty Sattler says. It has been their undoing at times. It's one of the best parts of their game, is the wonderful way they can promote the football, but they just don't know how to control that at times. It seems to be this afternoon that they've got a pretty good mix of it, although it's only very early in the game.
We've seen already in round 1 of the 2010 Telstra Premiership how teams who have got away to good starts come back very quickly. So the Warriors at the moment leading by 6. Here's Luck. One thing I've noticed, they're making easy metres when they're promoting the football, which is a bit of a worry here. The Titans' line speed not up to scratch at the moment. Rapira with the offload. Jeremiah was waiting there and takes it.
Non-existent the last couple of tackles. Their line speed virtually just getting set as the Warriors are playing the football and not getting and allowing the 7 or 8 metres straight up.
Here's Brown playing it. Rapira to Luck. Seymour under a little bit of pressure, stepped away from Bird. Last tackle here for the Warriors. They're short to the left, the Titans. The Warriors go that way. They regroup well, though. O'Hire with the kick, and Gordon did particularly well. And a penalty for the flop. They needed that one, the Gold Coast.
Yeah, good effort there. In perfect position there, Kevin Gordon. Not their best option there. Lance O'Hire kicking it through, but not seeing that the winger was right back in that slot waiting for it. He did well to hang on and got themselves a penalty.
Hold him. Hold him on the line.
Minichello. Just seem a little bit flat, a little bit not quite up to speed at the moment, the Titans, compared to the way the Warriors are moving the football around. Here's Myers.
Yeah, Brad Myers and Luke Bailey, some early touches, have bent the line on a couple of occasions.
Now Tomaine, a little bit of room to move, but good covering defence there from Lewis Brown. A bit more positive there from the Gold Coast. Now here's Bird. Very flat there, had no one to pass to.
Well, he wasn't that flat, but his teammates were they were in front of him, weren't they?
Here's Prince. Myers, he ran in front of him there. Bailey colliding with Tate. Last tackle here. Bird kicking. Rogers chasing. Lockers back there into the in-goal area. O'Hire. Good chase here from Bird, and Rogers forcing back in goal. That's more like it from the Gold Coast Titans. That'll please the coach.
Great play. Just an excellent, it wasn't the best place kick because he got it on the full, but it's the chase that makes any kick into a good one. Look at Greg Bird there. The size of him is been in the gym, that's for sure. Yeah, good play, Matty Rogers and Greg Bird. They know the value of putting that extra effort in there and getting a repeat set. I'm not sure that Kevin Locke did any favours for his fullback, passing that footy to him in that position.
Here is Locke with the restart, a booming drop kick, and Bird will take it 58 metres.
Terry Campese-esque, you'd say.
He's up there with him, but certainly he's got a lot to prove, young Kevin Locke. He's got to do it consistently.
You just love those Campese dropouts, don't you?
Should be an Olympic sport. 35 metres away from the line, the Titans through Minichello. Here's Bailey. Under an injury cloud heading into this game. Could ill afford to lose Luke Bailey. Friend, Bird behind Tomaine, who's dropped it. And here's the beast, Manu Vadavai, says, come and get me. Mead is there. He offloads back to O'Hire. Here's Harrison with the tackle. He gives it there to Maloney. Maloney spins away from Friend. He's only a metre out. Can he get it down? He can't. He's half a metre away. The Warriors surely must score to the right. The Titans got up and dropped the ball. Can you believe it?
They've gone 79 metres. They were half a metre short. How we didn't get there, I don't know. Maloney, what a great passage of play there. Pretty poor from the Titans, the build up there. Greg Bird that pass behind Tomain. Vadavai, luckily he's not as quick as he is powerful. They stuck with him quite easily. Lancer High, good little juggle there. He gets an offload away as well. Maloney shows it to the man on the outside, goes himself. Looks like he's going to get there. But in this tackle here, well, he has. Absolutely. He's just lost it, and it's rolled down the back there of Kevin Gordon, who's come from the other wing to get involved in that tackle. Oh, it's a real lucky passage there for the Titans. They're not standing behind the try line waiting for a shot at goal again.
Well, it came sloppy again with the football and just slightly off the pace. The pass behind Tomain. Did he overrun it? Did Bird throw it behind him? I think it was a mixture of both. As Myers is taking it forward. 5 metres short of the halfway line. Titans end of the field. Here's Preston Campbell trying to spark something. Luck was there with the tackle. It's the last here for the Gold Coast as Prince gets the kick along the ground into the in-goal area. Ohio has to play it. Look at the chase here from the Gold Coast. Can they force him back? No. Scotty Prince with the tackle. And up straight away because there's not many Warriors back there. One of them is Manu Vadavai.
Oh, that's a good hit from Brad Myers too. On Vadavai with the help from his front row partner Luke Bailey.
Three tackles gone. They're back to the 20 Warriors as Rapati plays it. There's Jesse Royal.
They're not getting particularly quick play, the balls, the Warriors, but they are managing to get a lot of metres around the ruck there.
Here up. Picking up 10 metres easily every play the ball. They've got to the 40 quite comfortably. And Seymour from inside the 40, but it's straight down the middle of the park. Once again, Kevin Gordon has to return it. He brings it back towards the 30.
He's had a lot of work early in the game, hasn't he, Kevin Gordon? Kicking to that side of the field. He's had to clean up some rubbers. Preston underneath a couple of tackles.
Almost slipped straight through. Scotty Prince after a penalty. There's Harrison. Michael Luck told to get away. Now here's LaFranchi. Maloney was in the tackle. Rapati's lost the ball. It was stripped. Chris James blew the whistle. This will be an opportunity here for the Gold Coast.
I think it's Rapati down low who got a hand on that football. So
do you reckon there was a hand on it?
Yeah, I think he did have a hand on it. Sort of helped it out. Look, I'm all for having some ball control as well, where you're responsible as a ball carrier to keep it. But Touchy would have seen that hand on the footy.
Here's LaFranchi, thought about offloading. 9 metres away from the line. Friend. Now here's Prince going himself, the dummy to Bailey. They're calling for help. Brent Tate out to the left. The Titans will go that way. Here's Bird. Up quickly, the Warriors making the tackle. Then it's a sloppy play the ball. Someone has to be penalised. This Greg Bird.
Dominant tackle. You didn't play it when you could. Dominant.
Didn't play it when he could. Was the call on a dominant tackle.
Familiar with that rule? Greg Bird, been out of the game for 12 months.
I gave a dominant tackle call, mate.
Gee, that's a dominant tackle. How? He hardly had hold of him. He got up to make a quick play the ball.
That's a tough call against the Gold Coast. It was a sloppy play the ball as we head down to the touchline. Scott Sattler.
Yeah, lucky penalty there for the Warriors. But with the wet weather, it does suit the Warriors today. But on the other side of the ledger, in the wet weather defensively, it's hard to keep your footing. And with the Titans, they like to run a lot of angles. They run a lot of block plays, which we've seen already. So the Warriors need to stay adjusted in their defence and stay disciplined in that area, because if they knock off in that area, Scott Prince and Preston Campbell and Matty Rogers, those sort of players will take advantage of it.
Here up. To have higher. Now Rapati's knocked the ball on. As we approach the halfway mark of the first half.
Good tackle, David Mead. Came off of his wing. And just as Rapati got it, he hit him in a nice low tackle. Force the ball out. They've been trading errors. Two sides so far. Sattler's just saying it is pretty slippery down there, the football. We've had a lot of rain. A couple of huge downpours before the game.
Well, with the sun coming out too at the moment, Gary, it'll be really steamy down there as well. You can see the players really taking their time to get to this scrum. Bird. Now Rogers Tate up very quickly. Seymour's there to make the tackle as well. Finally taken to ground, Matt Rogers. 5 short of halfway. Preston Campbell's there acting half. Here is Minicello. Friend. Now Bird has lost the football and Tate will come up with it. Quickly, Rapira through the hands to O'Hire. Very sloppy at the moment. Either side can hang on the football.
Yeah, it's not really working out at the moment for Greg Bird. The Titans, he's come up with a couple of blues.
The leg pull was the call, and the Warriors will get the penalty, and they'll go on the attack now. Cartwright would not be happy with the first 20 minutes of the season for the Gold Coast.
There's the leg pull.
Jeremiah. Now here's Brown. Inside the 20 he goes, 15 metres away from the line. The Warriors with an opportunity to extend the lead here. This is Russell Packer who's on the field. Jeremiah. Now Seymour up quickly, Matt Rogers making the tackle, 10 metres away from the line. They're very short down the short side. They go that way, but there was no Warriors there either, but Locke almost made something out of nothing. Tate, O'Hire, Seymour, little pirouette, pops the ball back to Jeremiah. Chance here for the Warriors that they could get it out wide because they had Manu Vatuvei and Rapati only being marked by Joseph Tomain.
They were trying to get the footy out here, but just couldn't do it. There was even a thought of a kick there for a moment. Russell Packer, I think his hands might have stayed away from this. It's come off his foot, but oh yeah, it's sloppy, isn't it?
He didn't blow up when the call was made. Just very sloppy the last 10 minutes or so from both sides as Bodine Thompson gets ready to come on. Of course, it's the first day game of the season. I know Super Saturday had the 5:30 kickoff, but this is 1 o'clock local time as well. That would have an impact on the players. Also, here's Bailey. 12 short of halfway. Brad Myers is the player coming off for Bodine Thompson to come on. The first interchange being made, and there's another mistake.
Can't get through their sets. I know. Titans just got to the kick a couple of times. When you give field position away too often, all it's going to take is I think the Warriors to hang on to the football for a couple of sets in a row, and you can see the more points going their way.
Luke Bailey, a little bit of blood, looks like on the chin. Done well to find that, match your kin. Here's Trevor Gilmister, the blue shirt today for the Gold Coast.
Seconds, lock up in. Ben, mate, Ben. Ashley. Come on. Out.
O'Hire. Maloney, Greg Bird, solid tackle, wasn't it? There's Brad Myers going to the bench. Rapati through Thompson. Frankie there wraps him up. Luck with the dummy. Bailey with an important tackle. 25 metres out from the line. Packer. Line ball pass. The crowd thought it was forward. The referee didn't agree. Jeremiah. Now here's Seymour. Kick for Locke. Over the head of Gordon. And they've got their second try. They've got their second try from a kick. And it's the two wingers. We're going to check with the video referee, Phil Cooley. But a tremendously weighted kick from Brett Seymour.
It's the lead-up work there, the play before that pulled a couple of defenders in that put a lot of pressure on the outside defender there, Kevin Gordon, for the Titans. So it meant he was in field a little bit, and Seymour sees that. Gee, it's pretty tight. He might be just onside. Always a tough one there for Gordon to get to, with Kevin Locke on the outside running towards the footy in good position.
I just heard Matt Kin saying it's an allegation of a trip here as well. I think Brent Tate running through collided with Matt Rogers. And Matt Kin has said an allegation of a trip. This will be a try, Phil Cooley, the video referee. And there it is to Kevin Locke. Scores the try, 10-0. And with a kick to come, the Titans are in all sorts of trouble.
The Warriors lead 10-0.
Yeah, well, the solution's simple, isn't it, for the Titans? Hold on to the football. They just keep giving some opportunities out to them. There's the kick through. Yeah, Brent Tate looked like he might have been clipped there or tripped there. Hasn't had any effect on his teammate, actually. Good work there, Kevin Locke. Hold the football and betters the position as well. Let's have a look at... Yeah, nice take. Isn't that excellent work? Brett Seymour, beautifully placed kick. He saw that perfectly. Nice communication between the two. They're the sort of things that you work on plenty of times at training pre-season, and when they come off, you're quite happy about it. 2 tries from 2 kicks.
Then the first one was from Maloney, the second one from Seymour. So the debutant's doing well, and Seymour is out of the extras. 12 points to 0, the Warriors over the Titans, and well, there's a long way to go, but there'll be some nervous faces in the coach's box for the Titans. Scott Sattler on the touchline.
Yeah, but they look impressive, the Warriors, at the moment, getting through their sets. A player I think you have to take your hat off to also in this first part of this game is the hooker, Aaron Jeremiah. He's getting out of dummy half. He's bringing the defensive line up. That's when they're getting on the front foot, and that he's giving the opportunities on the outside like it just did then. So hats off to Ivan Cleary as Preston Campbell gains possession.
Well, they needed something, didn't they, the Titans, a spark, and Preston's provided it with a short kick-off.
It'll be the first and last time the Warriors will get caught with that one all year. It's a great play.
Terrific stuff from Preston Campbell. But can the Titans take advantage? 20 metres away from the line. Here's Bailey now. He's 15 metres away. Right in centre field. Friend, Harrison. Last tackle here for the Gold Coast. The Warriors hanging on at the moment. Friend dumbing to no one, going himself, finding Tomaine, who scores the try. Well, Nathan Friend threw dummies to people that weren't there, and the Warriors fell for it. Joseph Tomaine has scored a try on debut for the Gold Coast, and they're back in it, but the Warriors went to sleep.
He could have scored himself there, Nathan Friend, it looked like. What a great play at a dummy half, just getting it wrapped to Jeremiah, but here's where it started from the kickoff. No one expected that apart from Preston Campbell. What a beauty. 4 tackles later, dummies inside, goes wide. It looked like he could have squeezed through himself. Give it to the biggest back on the field. Joseph Tomaine, as you said, Mark, on debut for the Titans. And that's a nice way to start your new career. Virtually impossible to stop a player of that size getting low near the try line, but great work, Nathan Friend.
But who was he dumbing to?
There was a player way back on the inside, but they all held their line.
It was like they were running a play, and the play that was supposed to be there as the decoy, it disappeared, and he was still going to do it. I'm still doing it anyway.
Yeah, I thought he was going to run, just go nowhere, but it's because he got across field so quick too.
Here's Scotty Prince from 19 metres out, 9 metres in from touch. They needed something, the Titans. Preston Campbell provided it with the short kick-off, and Nathan Friend finished it. Paul Borton medalist from 2009, Player of the Year. And here's Scotty Prince, just steered that over the crossbar, and they're back to within a converted try. The Titans, the Warriors, lead by 12 points to 6. They needed that, Scott Sattler.
Yeah, they did, and it's a dummy half play that Nathan Friend and Anthony LaFranchi play on. It's a hidden player that hides in behind the play of the ball and all of a sudden appears out of nowhere. But it was that man I just mentioned, Aaron Jeremiah, who created the opportunity. He started to head in behind the defensive line, and that's what opened the hole for Joseph Tomaine, who I might say, we spoke to Chris Close about the work they've been doing in the gym, has to look at least 6 or 7 kilos heavier than we saw him last year with the Melbourne Storm.
The player behind the play, the ball was well hidden because we're...
You are right, that player was there. Then he went out to dummy to another player who wasn't there, but he just kept going, go with the play, and it worked.
Here's LaFranchi. Bailey. 5 short of halfway. Prince back to Bird, stepping, standing, offloading now. Prince, awful pass, Minicello can't get there, the Warriors do.
Yep.
Right on the halfway line. 12 and a half out from half-time.
They've had a lot of footy, the Titans, but haven't been able to complete this. 8 out of 16 completions. It's really poor. John Cartwright is going to have a simple message for them when he gets them in at half-time. Get to your kick. Just keep going forward and get to your kick. Get some rhythm back into your game.
Brown. Last tackle here for the Warriors. Seymour puts it high in the air. A tester here for Preston Campbell, who went up way too early. I thought that may have come off the chest of David Mead. Went through the hands of Preston Campbell. I thought it might have hit the chest of Mead, but the referee said it was a knock-on. Well, Preston went up half an hour before the ball got there.
He did. He got that wrong. He didn't need to go up so early. I'm not sure he even needed to go up at all.
No,
and he's overrun it. He's overjumped it. Just have a look at him here. He's virtually plucked it. It was actually going to go straight to David Mead. Presto doesn't make too many blues back there. He's handed one over to the Warriors here, set of 6.
Here's an opportunity for the Warriors. Once again, gift wrapped by the Titans. Manu Vatuvei, 8 metres away from the line. Short ball from Ohio to Lattimore. He's on the field in jumper number 15. Jeremiah, Packer. Only a metre away from the line. He almost backed his way over. Here's Maloney kicking early. Here comes Rapati Mead. Got an awkward bounce. He was down low, then had to reach up and knock it over the dead ball line. Almost caught the Titans napping, did James Maloney.
Even the Warriors players there were a little bit too deep there on the outside. He turned pretty quickly. Rapati, the man on the chase through. Vatuvei nowhere to be seen. Nicely placed kick there from James Maloney. And they've got that covered on both sides of the ruck with those short kicks, haven't they, the Warriors? Working well for them this afternoon.
Here's Lattimore. And coming in from an ankle there was Sam Tagatese, who has had the head shaved in the last couple of weeks. Last time I saw him, he had the dreadlocks. Now he's got nothing. That was only 2 weeks ago. Here's Packer. Like a bullet.
Byron in, wasn't he?
So the Warriors, again, another opportunity. Lucy will play. Tate, 9 metres away from the line. Slowish play the ball on the last tackle. Ohio kicking his luck, but Preston Campbell, he came from nowhere and tied it up, can't get back into the field to play. It'll be another goal line dropout. So 3 sets in a row here for the Warriors. Can the Titans hold on?
Excellent play, isn't it? The Warriors getting through their sets, getting to their kick. Nice one there from Ohio, so they've got plenty of options in that department. Preston Campbell nearly slipped through the back. Brent Tate just hanging on to him.
Stay behind.
This mounts, the pressure mounts. This is their 3rd set in a row defensively for the Titans. It's a tough call.
Here's Lattimore. Friend there to make the tackle. Bailey over the top. Just shy of the 30-metre line. Here's Packer.
Watch that second movement, Luke.
25 metres away. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half. Jeremiah. Now Seymour pops it back to Ohio. Well picked up by Ohio. Off the shoulder there of Brown. Went backwards. Maloney has it. The tackle is made by Thompson. Ohio. Here's Brown. Dummies to Rapati. Runs at Prince. Still going Lewis Brown. Prince gets some help. Can he stay in the field of play? No. That'll be a penalty.
Well, they got a call pretty early there, the Titans. They had to have heard that one.
Player safety, you know how it is. Scott, away you go.
Another set to defend here for the Titans. It was always going to be a penalty. The tackle had been completed. Here's Packer. Surely they've got to get something out of this, the Warriors, on this occasion. Friend up quickly to put pressure on Maloney. He makes the tackle. Tagatese was there as well. Lattimore, the run around Seymour, kicking early, straight back. Tackle count restarts. Vadavai picks it up. He's away from Mead. He's away from Tomaine. And Manu Vadavai gets a double. And the Warriors are blowing the game open. We're going to check to see whether there was an obstruction. But I just think...
He turned and ran.
Exactly. I don't think there's a problem at all. The Warriors played. The Titans stopped.
There's 6 to go there. A little touch from the Titans. Ball comes down out the back. And this is where he beats his man and decides to head for the outside. Was Joseph Tomaine obstructed there by Lance O'Hire? Well, it wouldn't have been intentional. Surely not.
That's play on. That's a try. Manu Vadavai scored 13 tries last year. He's in a real try-scoring spurt at the moment. It's his 3rd double in 5 games for the Beast, Manu. And they've opened up a handy lead just on half-time. 16 points to 6 with a kick to come.
He doesn't mind scoring against the Titans. He had 5 tries in 4 games before this one. That's 7 in 5. Ball straight back into the hands. A little bit of luck there for the Warriors and a poor pass. But Vadavai just turns. Once he knows he's outside that defender, he's going to get a free run to the line, and he did. Nice work there, Brett Seymour. Not a great pass. And Vadavai, give him any space, you're in trouble. The big man.
There he is, Manu. 3rd double in 5 games. So the wingers for the Warriors with their 3 tries so far. Here's Seymour, 9 metres in from touch. He struck it pretty well. He struck it very well. So 3 from 3 for Seymour. And the Warriors have opened up an 18-6 lead. We're about 6 out from half-time. And the Titans aren't playing well enough at the moment to worry the Warriors. They've got to get a spark. They got one before from Preston. What's he got up his sleeve this time? He won't do it twice, surely. He doesn't.
Yeah, Michael Luck was standing virtually in the same spot as the ball landed on the last short kickoff. He wasn't going to let it happen. Well, that's easy metres up the middle there.
This tackle coming from Will Matthews. Well, one thing, the easy solution at the moment to their woes, the Titans, is hang on to the football.
Sure, definitely is.
And they haven't had it since Preston Campbell dropped that bomb. They have not touched the ball since then. They haven't had the football since then. Here's the kick from Seymour. This will be their first set in a while. Preston takes it 5 out from the line. We've got 5 minutes to go until half-time, and Mead is tackled 20 out from the line. A few of the Titans taking their time to get back. Tomaine. Cleary would be very pleased with his side's efforts in the first 35 minutes of the season. It's Rogers. His tackle. Bird. A couple of metres short of the halfway line. Here's Harrison.
That's better. Much better play. Setting themselves up for a good position there for a kick 40 metres out. Prince into the corner. Oh, he's gone high.
Bit of a tester here for O'Hire. It was a floater, but it was deep enough from Prince that the runners couldn't quite get there to put any more pressure on O'Hire. And in the end, he took it well.
Bit of a shock to some. O'Hire there picked for the first game of the year at fullback. He played a lot of football there, of course, and around the halves and even at hooker. Ahead of Wade McKinnon. Quite a talent there, but McKinnon was on the bench. He had to pull out. He got some sort of insect bite during the week that's caused him trouble.
Manu Vadavai slipping as he came to the defence there. And Anthony Frankie cleaned him up. Here's how high from inside the 40. That was line ball, that shot on him as well. Last year they were being penalised.
Absolutely.
You had to be actually attempting to make a tackle if you came in contact with the kicker. So I'm not sure what's happening this year.
Well, you know, we were told by the referees that that was going to be the case once again.
Thought so. Here's Rogers. Seymour went low, missed the tackle, but Tate was there to tidy up.
I think what happened, we saw it right at the start of the game. Scott Prince's first kick when he got whacked after he kicked it. I think they sort of set the scene for the game. Allowed to hit the kicker.
Harrison, Friend, Prince. And here's Tomane dropping the ball. He can pick it up, Scott. He went behind him. Well, I thought he was in an onside position. He went behind where the player was that had touched the ball, but the referee disagrees, and he was touching the football. Scotty Prince, I'm not sure what he thought he'd get away with it.
Well, they're going to be 20 metres from their line in defence here, the Gold Coast Titans, and it's been a massive issue. They can't get through a set.
9 of 19. They've never trailed at half-time in the first round of the match.
They will be in this one.
They certainly will. If they keep performing the way they're performing, they'll be trailing at full-time in the match as well. But we have seen Gary Belcher last night and on Friday night that healthy leads at half-time don't mean for much coming second half. Here's how higher. Tomane with the tackle. Was he tackled? He gets up and goes again. Manu is hard to stop, but even he can't get through 3 of them with only a metre of room to move. Party, Maloney. 12 metres away from the line.
Gee, they're flat the Warriors out wide. There's some opportunity out there, but they're all, well, waiting for the kick. That's what's happening.
Seymour with the kick, and Gordon takes it. I was about to say, the Warriors aren't doing anything flash to lead 18 points to 6. They're just doing things better than the Titans at the moment.
Oh, this guy's going to get away, Kevin Gordon. Let him get in the clear. No, they're not. They're playing simple footy. That's why they're in the lead.
And the flop. So the Titans may have an opportunity just before half-time. Scotty Prince with a pretty good touch finder from the penalty. Not much room to move, and has taken it down to the 20-metre line. So here comes Tagatese. Almost running straight over the top of Seymour, and somehow got the ball away. Friend, now here's Matthews. He's only half a metre away.
Oh, they've got to keep coming this way.
They're extremely short, the Warriors. There's no one out here. They must score. Frankie through a yawning gap, and they're back, the Titans. Well, what happened to the Warriors? They just went asleep. Unbelievably, they had no one in defence, and the Titans score right on half-time.
Well, they had plenty on the other side of the park, but only 2 out on their left. The Titans left. The Titans right, the Warriors left. Look at the space there for LaFranchi. They just had to get the ball through the hands, and they're always going to score. Good lead-up work there for the Titans. Just down the middle of the park.
But how does that happen, Gary? It was only the second tackle of the set. I know there was an offload from Tagatese that would have dragged some in.
But not half the team.
No. Remarkable that they had 2 players.
Well, the timing was perfect. They desperately needed that before the break.
Anthony LaFranchi loves playing the Warriors. He scored a try in each of his last 5 games against the Warriors. And what a time to score it right on half-time. And the heavens are about to open, I think, here again at Skilled Park. Here's Prince. He adds a very important extra 2, and quite inconceivably, with an awful completion rate, the Titans have got themselves back to within a converted try at half-time. At the break, and is the Warriors leading the Titans by 18 points to 12. It's John Cartwright having some words to say with the ground manager. We will take a break here at Skilled Park and come back and review the first 40 minutes. 3 millimetres.
Well, looks like a fair bit of that fell right on Scotty Sattler's head.
Absolutely. That is a bit of rain. And you would know, Badge, living in this southeast corner, about 2 years ago, the dams in Brisbane in particular are about 16% capacity. Now they're up about 98%. They're a chance of being 100%. That's how much rain we've had in the last 2 years or so, but particularly the last month and a half has been extraordinary.
It's a great thing. Fantastic.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
So stop complaining, Scott Sattler, just because you're on the sideline.
Here is Anthony LaFranchi, change of jumper at half-time. Preston Campbell about to get us underway for the second half. And Chikin signals time on, and Preston puts boot to ball on the Warriors, who lead by 6, will defend the northern end of Skilled Park. And there's some strong defence from Nathan Friend, which is what Scott Sattler was talking about, and dominating the tackle the first 3. And Packer gets over the 20-metre line.
Yeah, this first set of 6 really sets the tone for this half as far as the Titans go defensively. That we did talk about the Warriors getting out of their territory quite easily. And John Cartwright wants to address that with aggressive defence around the middle there, trying to dominate that, play the ball.
There's a good tackle again by Tagatese, who's been impressive since he's been out there.
And it's good to have a dominant tackle on the 5th. Your line gets set. They can get up and put some pressure on the kicker, make it a little bit tougher for him. And hence Preston Campbell gets it on the full.
Finds David Mead. Runs into the meat of the Warriors' defence. Luck, one of those there to make the tackle. Along with a couple of teammates, and he's in there again, Luck. He gets through some work, doesn't he? Party was in there.
So that's good play. Tomaine, good play the ball, and then Kevin Gordon getting some metres.
Frankie straight over the top of Maloney and finds himself 30 metres away from the line. This is better from the Gold Coast. Prince, short ball, Matthews, tapped on by Prince, Bird, Campbell. Tagatese loses it. And the Warriors survive, but that was a better set up until that stage, but once again the dropsies came back.
Just one pass too many there. Wasn't it fantastic, that little tap on from Scott Prince over the shoulder. Well, there's the mistake from the Warriors. That makes it easier for the Titans, but all that, have a look at that. Scott Prince, he's playing touch footy. Just this ball here wasn't a bad pass to Tagatese. He just bounced off the chest. The Warriors' mistake.
Opportunity here for the Titans to set up a play.
They've got some pretty clever scrum plays. Bird and Campbell scheming out there.
And here is Bird. Had Preston Campbell on his outside, but took the tackle.
Wasn't a clever play I was hoping for, but maybe this sets a lead up to something.
There's Harrison, now Tomaine. About 18 metres out from the goal line. 10 in from the eastern touchline. Friend. Now here's Harrison. Runs at Luck, who makes the tackle. Once again, some mates in there to help him. And Jeremiah, the last man up, 10 metres out from the line. Here's Friend. Ball up, Frankie looking for a double. And he's only a metre and a half away. Friend, Tomaine after a double. Good goal line defence on this occasion from the Warriors. Here's Prince with a little chip over the top. Was he taken without the ball, Lucy? The ball is on the ground. And a penalty against the Warriors.
Check it, mate. Girls, check it. We've got Greg Bird offside involved. Call. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. And we've also got a grounding. Please check it.
Well, he's put the arm up the wrong way. Chris James has gone penalty. And I think it's against Lucy being tackled without the ball.
Yeah, I couldn't see why the Warriors would be penalised here. Bird, no, he's on the line. Prince's foot is ahead of the line. I reckon he's onside.
So I think he's tackled him without the football there.
Sure, he's left the ground there as well, yeah.
And I think Chris James has seen that.
Yeah, well, he'd left the ground and got tackled, so 2 reasons why to penalise him. A bit sloppy in there, but there's no real need to see whether the ball is grounded.
He's also been tackled in the air.
Yeah, he left the
As
ground.
well as being tackled before he got the football.
Doesn't apply only to wingers and fullbacks. Okay, he's onside.
Well, you've got to have both feet grounded behind, don't you? And the
He's only
lines are good.
Bird's got one.
I think he's
Well, I
onside.
don't think he's onside, but
Surely, and it is Sione Lucy.
he's up trying to catch the football, and he's been tackled
I
in the air and without it.
I thought he was tackled without the football.
Well, why are we looking at this then?
And they're checking the grounding. He's also,
Well, there's a little knock on there, actually.
Even if he's not tackled early, he's tackled in the air.
He is, absolutely.
Surely.
And Will
Surely.
Matthews has knocked the footy on as well. So that's the first penalty, okay. But if they,
So it has
if
to
they
be a
don't see
penalty
that,
to-
but have a look. There's a hand there from Will Matthews that knocks it on into
It has to
Preston
be a
Campbell.
penalty to the Warriors.
Absolutely.
But we are wrong so often with the video referee
Well,
calls.
Preston Campbell has eventually got his hand on that.
I'm going penalty Warriors.
Well, it has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be.
Well,
It should be.
we hope it is. Otherwise, it's a long window of getting it wrong all the time. No try, and why can't we have no try, knock on, no try, penalty? Why don't we just have no try? Now no one knows.
Right out.
To the Gold Coast.
Penalty to the
Player was taken out, mate. Okay. Got the penalty, it stands. Let's get on with
A
it.
player was
Which
taken
marks
out.
here,
Was
mate,
taken
we've ruled on it.
There aren't they. One
Which
of their
player
players
was taken out?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll try and find out which player was taken out. Here's Preston Campbell. He's tackled 8 metres away from the goal line. I reckon they put their arm the wrong way.
But while that's going on,
penalty,
the
Warriors.
referees are watching the 5 or 6 replays that we're watching too. Surely they can have a decision there. Don't have
Prince.
to rely on the video ref.
And here's Thompson. He's lost the ball. Well, I reckon what goes around comes around. And
Oh, the bloke
The Warrior-
upstairs made that happen.
so there's a penalty to the Gold Coast for someone being taken out.
No, they got it wrong.
I think they misunderstood.
Come together.
Maybe Will Matthews, where he stumbled there, was taken out by someone, but I can't see it. Maybe someone chasing through was taken out. I have no idea. Anyway, at least the Titans didn't score from it.
Absolutely.
Dominant tackle.
I reckon there's a miscommunication there. It should have been penalty to the Warriors. There's a party. Yep. Maloney. Packer backing his way through and throws the ball to LaFranchi. If that goes into the hands of Maloney, the Warriors are way down the other end. Because they had 4 unmarked on the outside.
He's a handful, isn't he? Packer just twisting his way through that tackle. He's a hard man to bring down.
Back it up.
Yeah, the pass just couldn't find its target.
Harrison. Let's not forget the Warriors are without Steve Price, Simon Mannering and Jacob Lillyman for a start in the forward pack. It's been a pretty good performance from them without those 3 players.
It's been real good, but I've got a feeling it's going to be all square on the scoreboard pretty soon.
They're looking a little bit frail at the moment in defence. LaFranchi will play it on 5. Friends at acting half. Prince and Campbell are to the left. They come that way. Prince with the kick. Here's Bird. No try over the dead ball line. Goal line drop out, knocked dead, says Matt Chikin by the Warriors.
By the Warriors, number 3, Brent Tate chasing back there. He's got good speed still. Brent Tate. It was a perfectly placed kick, I thought there. It just looked like Preston Campbell was free to get it, but it kept moving. Tate gets an arm in there. Just to save the day.
Well, a repeat set here for the Titans. The Warriors looked a little bit dusty in that set. Can they hang on here? Matthews brings it back towards the 30 before he meets the defence of the Warriors.
You got to look.
Take it easy. Almost through. Great offload to Rogers, who couldn't hang on to it. Was it a bit low? Should he take it, Matty Rogers?
Oh, he knows it's an opportunity lost, Matt Rogers. It's a good play there from Tagatisi.
There's Ronnie Palmer, Titans trainer now.
Have a look at this. Through, gets the ball away. It is low. It's a tough one. It's just in behind him. Oh, a better directed pass. And
some days they stick, don't they?
Some days they do. It's a bit slippery. Matt Rogers, he's got great hands.
Hop in, I'll give you the out
Couldn't hold that one. Only had one man to beat too, and he was flying.
Out.
68% possession in the second half, but their completion rate's still not great. The Titans, 13 of 27. Very hard to win football games with a completion rate like that. Although we did see in the Toyota Cup, the Titans won the match with a completion rate of 23 of 100 or something like that. It was just remarkable. They had less than 50% completions, and
Well, it helps when the
won
other team, the other team's doing a similar thing. That helps.
True. Here's Tate.
Moving now.
Luke Bailey and Brad Myers getting ready to come back on. See more Maloney and Greg Bird come together in the middle of Skilled Park.
Geez, he read that well, didn't he? Greg Bird, great defender.
Good.
Here's Ohio. Finds some space. Preston Campbell, will he let it go of the touchline? He does. He thought for a moment that it was going over comfortably. Then all of a sudden, will it or not? And it did.
Boggled around, is that the word? Well, here's this hit from Greg Bird. Reads it beautifully. Maloney had no choice but to just get hold of it and brace himself for the impact. Just slipping off the shoulder there.
And there was a little bit of impact.
Just a little bit.
Let's get another touchline. Scott Sattler.
Well, both coaches gave their instructions to their players saying, let's get into an arm wrestle. Well, both sides are allowing each side to play themselves back into the game with just mistakes alone. But those situations where the fringe defenders for the Titans are coming up and in really hard, there's an opportunity on the outside for the Warriors players if they can give themselves a little bit more extra yards.
Brad Myers back on for the Titans. That's their fourth interchange. Friend out of acting half. 15 short of the halfway line. Here is Myers. About 8 short of halfway. Matthews. Over the halfway line. Heremire involved in the tackle. So to Lattimore. Here's Prince. Finds some space, but Locker's back there. A good chase here from the Gold Coast. And pin Lock inside his 20. So the Warriors will have to work it out from 11 out from their own line. Manu Vatuvei. Such a hard man to tackle. Looking for somewhere to go. He runs at Tagatisi. Loses the football. There was a hand in there, says the referee.
Well, no, he did have his arm across the ball there, Tagatisi, but Vatuvei virtually let it go.
Warriors, and there's Greg Bird involved again. You could feel that up here, Gary. Terrific shot from the Titans 5'8". Ben Matalino knows that Greg Bird's back in the NRL. Seymour. Matthews and Harrison with the tackle. Here's Tate out of acting half. 2 left in this set. Myers, former teammate, one of the defenders. LaFranchi the other. Luck onto Packer. He'd overrun it, Packer. Warriors blowing up about the fact there was no hand there from Packer at all. Or that initially it was Tagatisi who knocked it on. I think they've got a reason.
Take it up, fellas. Warm up. Hey, get on with it. Come on, head in, let's go. Come on.
That's where the players get frustrated too. There's 2 of them out there and neither of them have picked that up.
Ball. Out.
Luke Bailey busting to get back out there. Tomain.
1. Here it is. Back it up.
Here's Myers, good tackle. Harry chopped his legs from underneath him. And again, on LaFranchi. Joseph Tomaine in some trouble in back play for the Titans with a little bit of cramp, I hope it is. Anyway, here's Bird offloading to Locke. That passed before he actually looked.
It looked... Getting halfway through a hole like that, normally that would be on. He had players trying to come with him, but the moment he was about to release the football, you should have seen that Locke was in there waiting for it.
I think he was in the process of passing before he actually decided to have a look. Bailey monstering high there in the tackle, right on the halfway line. Packer. And there's Ashley Harrison was called offside.
I'm calling you out, mate. You're a mile back as second marker, mate. You've got to be closer. I did yell out, mate.
I did hear the referee yell out, and Ashley Harrison is not second marker and he's not back at 10.
They're pretty heavy on that one, aren't they? They don't want the second marker back too deep.
Well, it's a big price to pay, though.
I don't see the big issue with it, but the players have been told.
Seymour. And here's Jesse Royal back on the field. Just shy of the 20-metre line. Maloney slipping as he came to friend. 15 metres away. The Warriors. Can they score first in this second half? Half a chance. Closed down by Myers. The goal line defence on Brown was good. Maloney. Seymour. How high? Slipping Rogers up there quickly. They lost about 14 metres there, the Warriors. Last tackle here, Moon is to the left. The kick from Maloney. Preston Campbell with one hand has raked the ball in and then got it back into the field of play.
He's clever, isn't he?
And now inside the 10, the Warriors.
From a high kick that he didn't read too well in the first half, but otherwise he's a shining light again for the Titans. Preston Campbell. Now some good go forward. Frankie getting involved. He's doing some of the prop forwards work in the second half. Little tip on there from Brad Myers.
Here's Harrison. Friend. Prince. A little bit of a dummy, not fallen for by Seymour. Here's Bird. Hitting a solid tackle. The initial contact, I think, was Madalino. Also in there was Jesse Royal, and Greg Bird got some of his own back.
He did get hit hard. He'd planned to step off his left and try to put that inside defender into space or go himself, but Madalino and Royal on the inside, they both read it. He wasn't having a bar of the dummy or the pass. They were just going to take Greg Bird.
Players certainly taking their time to pack the scrum here. Muggy conditions rather than hot today on the Gold Coast. Tate taken there by Rogers. Here's Locke. Friend and Rogers there to make the tackle again. Bailey in there as well. Dominant was the call. Maloney. He's gone into hooker with Harramire off the field, and Joel Moon to 5'8". Here's Luck. 15 short of the halfway line. A little bit harder for them to pick up metres in this second half. The Warriors in the first. Joel Moon deep inside his 40. And back there, David Mead to take it. 10 out, now 20, now 30 out from his own line before he meets the Warriors' defence.
Luke, careful. Dominant two. Dominant.
Here's Myers. Juggle there from Harrison. He was crunched by the Warriors' defence. Luck involved. Jesse Royal there again. Here's Bailey. looking for a quick play the ball. It's the last tackle. Scotty Prince now kicking here for Gordon. O'Hire is back there and does well. And Gordon, he gets away from his tackle and Rogers, and Prince tidies up.
Real good speed there, wasn't that, from O'Hire to get to the football on the full. Really had to hot-foot it. A nice, simple set there from the Titans. They went forward, up the middle of the park, one pass, just zigzagging either side of the ruck. Nothing too flash, but it's got them in some good field position.
Maloney out of acting half, and Bailey with the tackle. Harrison was ready if Bailey missed him. Moon. Now here's Rapati. Back to Moon. He then finds Rapira and is tackled right on the halfway line. A few offloads being strung together there by the Warriors. Seymour looking for the touchline to try and slow the play down and give his forwards a breather. And Preston Campbell says, yep, that's all right. We'll take that as well.
Well, who's going to crack this game open? Is that man Brett Seymour, whose kicking game's been quite good. I'd like to see Brett Seymour go right to the line a little bit more. He's got a good dummy when he decides to run, but he just seems to be a little bit too far back. So I'm talking about, you know, a la Jonathan Thurston. Go right to the big tired defenders with a runner and try to get through that space late. He's quite deceptive there. Mostly today he's been content to kick and set up his outside support players.
The players don't want to pack the scrum here. It must be tough. First game of the year in the sunshine on the Gold Coast.
And we saw Anthony and Frankie struggling to get up before, and he's a super fit player.
I thought that was a lifting tackle there, and now he's lost the ball. Greg Bird. And if you grab a leg and lift a player and put him on his back, we've seen so many of those penalised. And that's a big call because the Warriors will get the loosen feed 10 out from the line. The referees thought it was all right. I've seen those penalised.
Yep, I have. It wasn't real dangerous, but he lost the ball. He hasn't had a happy game, has he, Greg Bird? Look at that error rate. 14 to the Titans. To 6. I wonder how they're in the game.
Well, they've had more incomplete sets than they have had complete sets today, the Titans. Here's O'Hire, Minicello hanging on. And luckily he did, because that's the goal line in front of him. Tate. Maloney. Luck. Bouncing away from Prince and Myers. Minicello's there to meet him, and Myers comes again. 10 metres away from the line. Here's Rapira. Friend around the legs. Myers over the top. Maloney's at acting half. O'Hire cuts out Madalino, gives it to Tate, who knocks it off. Very disappointing there for the Warriors. Takatizi coming to the bench. No pressure. Very happy with himself, Brent Tate. You can't blame him either.
No, not at all. There hasn't been... I think once we've had the Titans up the other end of the park, have rolled the football into the end goal in this half. We've got a repeat set, but that's been about it in these teams. No real momentum, no great pressure.
And now you work him.
There's a bit of a spray for Lance O'Hire from Matthew Kent. Every time you've got the ball, you milk, and now you've turned him. In other words, you're driving me nuts when you got the football, you're driving me nuts when you don't.
And I'm going to penalise you.
Here's Minicello. Sun shining now at Skilled Park. Making it very steamy out in the middle.
Oh, there's a penalty there. He just went on with it a bit too long. Brent Tate against his old teammate, Brad Myers. He's been solid up the middle, big Red Myers, for the Titans today. He's always a hard man to pull down. And there he's not allowed to get up and play the football.
Minicello. Seymour with the tackle. Friend. Here's Prince. Run around with Friend. Now Bailey. Back on the angle. The defence is there to meet him. Rapira was involved initially. Luck the last man up. Myers, Harrison, Prince, now Campbell. Here's Tomaine. He's got Rapati one-on-one. The ball out the back. Did he get it down? I'm not sure whether David Mead got it down or lost it. The ball came free. He was on his back. It was jiggle, juggle, jaggle. Did he get it down?
I reckon he did. I reckon it's a beautiful ball out the back there from Joseph Tomaine.
Did he get it down? That's the
Look
question.
At this pass out the back. He's just crept inside the corner post. Doesn't touch it. Oh, no, he doesn't. And there it is, yes. You still got any doubt there, Mark?
A little bit of a doubt because we got the tippy toe. Was the foot grounded? That's fair enough. Phil Cooley, the video referee, waiting for his decision. He did very well, didn't he, to get that football down. There it is. Cooley says try, and David Mead has given Scott Prince the opportunity to level it up at Skilled Park.
Great work. David Mead scooting down that touchline just inside. What about his inside? The inside work here from Tomaine. The cut-out pass around the back. Scott Prince, nice depth. Preston Campbell, same thing. The skip to the outside of his man there by Tomaine that just brought Manu Vatuvei in. Got him thinking about it. It wasn't, it was... Vatuvei just stayed in a little bit too long and couldn't recover. And Mead, how did he not clip that corner post? Beautiful play.
He arced his body to avoid it.
I just thought his foot.
His foot,
right,
and then to get the ball down one-handed. Well, here's Scotty Prince, the Warriors fans, and there's plenty of them, making it difficult for Scotty Prince from the touchline. As tough as it gets, he's looking into the sun as well. This to make it all level. And he has done it. Scott Prince under pressure from the touchline. We are all level at Skilled Park. It's 18-all.
They're putting on a goal-kicking show as well. These guys, they're just too good now. They don't seem to miss on the touchline, no matter where it is. There's the try scorer, David Mead. The play again. Prince out the back to Campbell. Tomaine gets his first real opportunity one-on-one with his opposite man and sets up his winger. Scotty Prince levels it up, 18-all.
You have to start asking now whether or not the conditions might play a part in the last 15 minutes or so. It's not really hot, but it is muggy. Michael Luck was saying it's been very warm in Auckland all summer. They've been training in hot conditions, so they're not too concerned about it, but it is sapping the energy of the players. And there's still plenty of points left in this game, I think, even though we've had the first points of the second half after 24 minutes. There's a few more tries to come.
It took a lot longer than we thought, didn't it? But both sides were in a bit of a holding pattern for that 20 minutes.
Here's Prince, ahead of Hohire, who lets it bounce, and here comes Kevin Gordon. He does well, Hohire, to beat Gordon and then stay away from the touchline. Lock. Manu Vatuvei. 20 metres away from his own line. Here's Moon. Brown will play it 30 metres out from his own line. Here's Moon again, who slips. Last tackle, they'll be kicking from well inside their own territory here. The Warriors. Seymour gets a nice torpedo away. Plenty of green space in front of Kevin Gordon here.
It's a big effort there. Luke Bailey, at this stage of the game, he put the best chase on that kicker then. Flew out of the line. It means he's pretty slow to get back into the attack.
There's Greg Bird hitting a solid tackle by Madalino over the top after the initial contact was made by Locke. Gets up limping too, Greg Bird. He's in a bit of trouble. Walking very awkwardly. Just next to the play the ball, listening to the referee. A little bit better now, but got up very uncomfortably.
They're really not playing at the edges too much, the Titans, at the moment, aren't they? They're going to tire out these big guys around the middle of the ruck and just are on the fringe of the ruck and just try to get some space there. This guy's had a couple of opportunities, Anthony LaFranchi.
Good.
Prince into the corner and saying to the Warriors, you've got to go 90, but I would think he would have rather that stay in the field to play, not to give the Warriors time to have a breather.
It's a tough one for the fullback that stays in the field of play, isn't it, to retrieve that land so high with some chasers on him. And then, yeah, they've got to, and they're 2 metres from their line trying to get out.
Aaron Jeremiah getting ready to come back on for the Warriors. That will be their 8th interchange as we head down to the touchline. Scott Sattler.
Well, I think Gary Belcher hit the nail right on the head. I think the Titans, to win this game, they just need to go up through the middle. They're quick dummy half runners, Friend and Preston Campbell, and their 2 wingers coming in and getting early yards. The Warriors, they look really flat and lethargic at the moment. The man that's about to come back on, the number 9, Jeremiah, that's that man on screen right now. When he's on the field, they go forward. They're on the front foot. He gets out of dummy half. I think you'll see a different Warriors side when he comes back on.
Good tackle, Bailey. And over the top was LaFranchi. Dominant tackle.
It basically means you're allowed to take your time getting off them. You've earned the right. And that's exactly what the Titans did there.
Here's Rapira up towards the halfway line. Last tackle here for the Warriors. This has been a better set from them. They're kicking from a better position. And saying to the Titans, righto, you've got to get down the other end now. And Kevin Gordon returns it. Terrific tackle from Seymour. Preston Campbell at acting half. Here's Rogers. Mead. 5 short of halfway. Preston Campbell dumming to Minicello. Now Friend. Taken by Rapira. Had to make the tackle as well, otherwise Friend was away. Here's Harrison. Now Prince had a chance if he could get the ball over the top, but just too many bodies between him and Joseph Tomaine. Pass way back to Preston Campbell, who was under a bit of pressure. Now, I'm going to say that was a grubber kick. I'm not going to suggest that Preston Campbell has had an attempted field goal. But I think it was.
It was a drop kick, grubber kick there.
I think it was, though.
He was trying to give himself some space. He did.
Trying to give Preston the benefit of the doubt, but I think he was going for a field goal. One of the worst we'll see all year. So the Warriors now, 25 out from their own line. Russell Packer coming back for the Warriors. That's their 9th interchange. Here's Manu Vatuvei. Now Moon pops the ball. It comes out of the hands, into the hands of Brad Myers. Matt Rogers made the tackle. He may have hurt himself doing it. And a mistake here from the Warriors. Can the Titans make them pay?
They're looking for the inside pass there, but the Warriors' defence has been quite good in that department. Bird and Prince have both tried to find that tired inside defender. Hasn't worked so far.
Harrison, only 5 out from the line. Are they setting up for a field goal again, or will they go for the try? Here's Prince, they're going for the try. Minicello almost backing his way over. Tate was there to bring him to ground with some assistance. Here's Friend kicking for Preston Campbell, who's come through, grabbed the football and scored the try that has put the Titans in the lead. He may have hurt himself doing it, but Nathan Friend with a kick, Preston Campbell with a grab, and somehow the Titans are in front.
They're finally holding onto the football, that helps. Titans mounting some pressure. Heading down the left side of the field, just couldn't quite get over the line, Mark Minicello. It all came from a turnover. This pass popped out straight into the hands of Brad Myers. He's been very solid around the middle of that ruck. A little run around there. Friend gets right to the line. A desperate lunge. It was by the Warriors. Couldn't get hold of it. Preston Campbell swoops. Well done. Winding himself. You don't mind winding yourself if you score the winning try for your team. team right under the sticks. Thought about a field goal. Had a little attempt there a few minutes ago, but that's a much better play from the fullback.
Is it the winning try, though? Have the Warriors got anything left?
I mean, I think the Warriors have always got points in them, but at the moment they're just not really mounting too much against the Titans. This will spark them, though, into having a bit of a dig with the football. If you're going to play catch-up footy, now's the time.
Well, they never really in the game in the first half, were they, the Titans? They haven't held on to the ball much better in the second. But the Warriors have coughed up a bit of footy in the second half as well. Completion rate 23 of 41 for the Gold Coast as Scotty Prince makes it 4 from 4. And it's 24 to 18. The Warriors now chasing the game. And there's less than 10 minutes remaining.
And here's the play again. Nice little run around on Myers there. Friend, that's a beautifully placed kick, isn't it? Preston Campbell, who probably had some say in that kick coming through. Said Friendy. Put the little one on the ground and I'll be there, and he was. Beautiful.
Here's Bailey.
Interested to get Scott Sattler's thoughts on who the Warriors might turn to get themselves back in the game. I'm thinking Lance O'Hara's the man around the middle of the ruck. And Scotty Sattler, you mentioned their hooker, who's played such a good role today, Jeremiah. Wait and see next time they get the football.
Harrison. Here's Minicello. Problem for the Titans in back play with Brad Myers, with Ronnie Palmer just getting to his feet, which is a worry for them because the interchange, there's not many left for either side. I think the Warriors have only got one, the Titans have got two. It's all right, Big Red getting back into the line, but here's O'Hara. And it looked like if it wasn't for that ankle tap that Brad Myers was the man that was going to have to make a try saver. Because O'Hara was nearly away.
Stay. Go.
Locke. Solid tackle, Harrison, but good offload from Locke. There's Seymour. Starting to find some holes now, the Warriors and the Titans defence.
It's looking a bit tatty, isn't it, the Titans defence?
Friends in trouble for the Titans as well. Well, Tomain has come up with a shoulder charge, but Brown gets up and goes again. Jeremiah. Now Maloney kicking. Manu Vatuvei has picked it up and Preston's stolen it. Was it one-on-one? Did Mood come in late?
Did Preston knock it on? But what a play! Manu had it. He was just thinking about the man he had to try to barge over to score the try, and suddenly the football was taken out of his hands. A great little kick, Maloney. And Vatuvei. Look at this. He's got it. Preston.
It has to be a knock-on from Preston.
It does.
It has to be.
Oh, look at me! Look at me!
Brad Myers coming from the field for the Gold Coast, and Bodine Thompson going on. That's their 7th interchange, so they do have 3 up their sleeve. The Gold Coast. I don't think John Cartwright wants to take any risks with maybe a player that's not 100% out there in the defensive line, because he can see that there are a few holes forming.
We're still at 10 interchanges, aren't we? We're not down to 8 yet.
Well, unless that's changed as well.
Yeah, I'd like it to be. And that's when you get the fitness factor comes into it more, doesn't it?
Here is Manu Vatuvei. Tagatese getting ready to come on. Jeremiah. Harrison. So we're coming down to the last 5 minutes. Preston Campbell in all sorts of trouble. Has collapsed now in back play in the hands of Ronnie Palmer on the far side. He's in real trouble.
He's going off.
And they're taking him off. That means Tagatese will come on for him. You would think Mead and Gordon are back there. In fact, it's Mead and Tomain.
And no one on the bench has spotted. Well, here they come. They're sending Tagatese on for Preston Campbell.
Well, he doesn't know who to go on for. There's Brad Myers who's come off. So a little bit of confusion downstairs on the touchline for the Titans. Tagatese doesn't know where he's playing. Matt Rogers has just lost the ball behind him. Picked up here by Mead. They just need to settle down here, the Gold Coast. Now they've got an injury in back play as well. Tomain is struggling with cramp. He's put his hand up. He wants to come off. Here's Thompson. 4 minutes of play remaining. They lead by 6, and they've got players footballing everywhere. Minicello, half through a gap. Here's Rogers, taken by Tate. 20 metres out from the line. Quick play to the friend. Bird back on the inside. An awful pass, but it was knocked on, I think, by Luck. No, the referee said the pass went forward. Well, let's regroup and work out. Riley Brown is getting ready to come on to make his debut with about 3 minutes to go. Oh, he's copped an accidental knee in the head. We haven't seen Riley Brown at all. And he's about to be the 9th interchange. Just got his head in the wrong spot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Preston. Although he was in an awkward position too. So Riley Brown is waiting to come on. He hasn't been used so far today.
I think they're going to need him, and that's why you've got to keep 1 or 2 interchanges up your sleeve for these late injuries or cramps, as we've seen there with Tomain.
So Mead's gone back to fullback. Tomain is on the right wing. Tagatese seems to be in the middle of the ruck.
And what the numbers at the top the Warriors have got out on this side of the field.
Well, they're making their last interchange. They're taking Michael Luck off. And Jesse Rawler's going to go on. Why would you take Michael Luck off? Here's an opportunity for the Warriors here. How high is into open space? He's got the fullback to beat. The chip and chase. Has he put too much on it? No! Coming from nowhere, Kevin Gordon. A try saver. Maybe a match saver.
Oh, that's magic play from Ohio, isn't it? And Kevin Gordon, the speed to get there from the far wing. Just phenomenal. But he's always a danger, the number 1. That's the man for the Warriors. Lance Ohio backing up some nice play down the left flank. Vadavai throws it in field, picks it up on the half volley. Gets a nice pass there to Ohio. Last line of defence. He had them all beaten. But he wasn't counting on the number 2, Kevin Gordon. Flying in from the far wing and saving the day for the Titans. You've got to say that's probably about it with 2.5 minutes to go.
Well, they will get another set here, the Warriors. I'm surprised they took Michael Luck off. And there's a mistake from Seymour, but the ball's gone backwards. So no harm done as Rapira takes it forward. They've used all their interchange, the Warriors. There's some confusion on their bench as well. Trainers shaking heads, can't believe what's going on. Jeremiah. Now here's Maloney. Chaos ball. Manu Vadavai with the juggle. The party was taken out. Now Manu's lost the ball. Was it stripped? No, he just lost it. That may be the last opportunity for the Warriors. They will get one more set, you'd think.
Oh, the alarm bells were ringing, weren't they? When Manu got the footy, started heading back in field. Fortunately, they've got enough defenders there to pull him down and force a mistake.
Riley Brown managed to get on yet for the Titans? Not sure that he has. This is out there finally, and jumper number 17 playing right centre now. He's lost the ball. Luke Bailey knows he's made a mistake, and the Warriors race to pack the scrum. If they pop their head up, the time starts again, so they need to be very disciplined here. The second rowers in the lock, and
let's go.
I thought for a minute they were going to pull their head out. They need every second they can get.
Greg Bird.
1 minute and 4 to go. 1 minute and 3 to go.
Riley, out.
This is it for the Warriors to take us to Golden Point, almost through Maloney. And Riley Brown there to make the tackle. Here's Seymour. Where is Ohio? Where is Manu? Where is someone? Brent takes someone. They've lost the ball. Rapira's lost it. That should be just about it. The Warriors are running to the scrum, but the Titans will get...
With 25 completions out of 45 sets, heap of errors. The Titans have just come up with a few good passages of play enough to get a win. And you're right, it's a shock.
Seconds, lock in.
At the end of the year, it's games like this that become very important. Those 2 points when you play awful and win.
Come together.
And they're 2 points that the Warriors will lament. Prince has thrown the ball, and Joel Moon, well, if he had eyes for the football rather than the player, I reckon he's intercepted that. But he's looking to make the tackle.
He saw exactly that. And I think every Titans fan worst nightmare almost happened.
Well, that would have been remarkable. Brown plays it. Now Rogers winding the clock down. And somehow they trailed 18-6 with seconds remaining in the first half. They scored right on half-time to trail 18-12. And they scored the only points of the second half, the Gold Coast Titans. And in round one, they've got out of jail. Full time on NRL Sunday, it's the Gold Coast 24 have defeated the Warriors 18.